Yo, Borden! I will show you the stuff I couldn't explain because it started explaining words. So, for chest, you sit, use my legs, and you press like that. But do one arm at a time. And then what you would do is you would lie down on an arm and try to lift up a weight, but you would stay body facing the floor. Kinda like flies, eh? Yeah, it's like flies. But it's at the peak contraction. So you're not doing curls like this. You don't want to lift up your forearm. You want to try to lift up your whole arm. And then if you lie down next to something, like if I've never seen this peak contraction stuff. Yeah, so normally you do it in a regular position, so not fully contracted and not straightened, like elongated muscles. So if you do a curl, your arm is straight, but it's not like lengthened partials, because a preacher curl would be a lengthened partial because gravity is weighing down when your arm is fully extended. So if you just do tricep extensions and there's no, or you do a move where your limb is extended, your muscle is stretched, but there's no resistance when it's stretched fully, then that's not lengthened partials. So for triceps, you would do tricep extensions when you would do tricep extensions when you're at the peak contraction. So this is a push-up, but this is a tricep extension. And so these are not push-ups, but you would want to get them as far back as possible. So not up here, but not all the way down here where it's a push-up. Understood? Yeah. So, let me go to my basement gym. I won't be able to see Kick Chat, but it's okay. I just have lurkers there. Because my tablet needs to charge. It runs out of battery too fast. So I'm doing this video not just for you, but every like few weeks or a couple months I do a video teaching all my fitness knowledge. So I guess I'm doing that today. But I have weights over here. So you could grab a weight and then I would lie down. And have my arm over my head and try to lift it up. And so you're holding it, and this is off the floor. So normally you're doing using a lot of biceps, but this is different. Seems ideal for strength gains. Yeah, because that's what calisthenics is, because it's body weight relative strength. So it's hard to get body weight relative strength without strength gains. And if you have enough strength, you will get jacked and like huge. You won't just look like me and like Chris Heria, where we're small. Chris Heria used to have a 405 bench press. So, but he was still small, and he's taller. So he's like 5'9" tall. But if you do get enough strength, you will be huge, regardless of how dense the muscle fibers, lean muscle mass, bulk muscle mass, whatever type. You just need to get enough strength, like a 50-pound bicep curl, or nice, I can do it. Oh yeah, like a 50-pound bicep curl, even a 75-pound bicep curl is not like enough. Like if I could bicep curl 100 pounds, one rep, that wouldn't be much. Because that would be like twice what I can do now. So my bicep, twice as big, minus this fat, would not be big. Because I can like lift up my arm easily. Like my arm is light. So don't think that like strength and not size, because the people who are this training method gets you to those numbers. How much can you curl? I can curl like 50 something pounds as my 1 rep max. It depends on what weight. Like this is 45 pounds, so I can't really curl this for 1 rep because it's too big. It's too bulky. But I used to curl more. It's good for your size. No, it's not really good for my size. Your height. No, because um uh I forget what I was gonna say. Okay, but for biceps, you would lie down and press here. So you would press like that, or you could get like this and press here. And if you can't do preacher curls because you don't have like a bench like that, uh, but and for legs, you can you can sit and then put put your put your hand on one leg and then try to lift it up and press it down. And that works hip flexors and quads. And then for calves, hamstrings, you can do slick floor bridge curls. So these socks have hospital grippers on them, so there's more friction. But you can go like that. And then you can do that on one leg. But how many seconds do you press for? You do it until you get sore. So there's not a specific amount. With all the isometrics and these special moves, straight arm, straight leg moves, you just do it until you're sore. until you can't really do it anymore because you're too sore. And then the shoulder move. Cool, thanks. And then the shoulder move. Hello, sire, sir. Hello, little Laura Bunny. Oh, my shoes are here. I have to move them. Okay, so the shoulder move is, well, first of all, when you do shoulder raises for front delts or middle delts, not brutal flies, but for shoulder raises, you tilt your hand like pouring a drink, and then you press down. But what makes it harder is if you bend your arm and then add a tilt and then press down. So this is really hard. I've been doing this a while, so I don't really do it as much anymore. But when you first do it, it gets really sore. So you do that for shoulders, and you press down hard, or you can hold a weight. And then for hip flexors, before you do the move where you raise your leg and press it down, you raise one knee and then try to press down your knee. And I can't really press my knee down because my hip flexor is too strong. And then when you stretch, if you want more explosiveness, do ballistic stretching. So don't do static stretching where you hold the position. Do like this. So you go in and out of the stretch. And then for me it's easy to press my hip flexor down. Oops, imbalance detected. Oh, yeah. So, my hip flexors are one of my strongest parts. So, it's not really normal to be able to do that. Easy to press your knee down. Yeah. When I first did this, it was really hard. And there's another move for hip flexors and quads. Oh, okay, noted. There's another move. So, you can get into a lunge and then jump up with the front leg and then while you're in the air, press with the back leg. So it's like that. And normally that's really hard for people because your leg is almost straight. So if I go lower down where my knee is on the floor and then I press up. So that move is really advanced. But it trains you to do a no hands push up where you go forward and then you go like down and up where you let yourself fall forward and then you lift yourself back up with your feet. You like press with your feet, with your whole body straight. And then now I'm gonna show you the ab special moves. So the ab special moves are where you need a bench like this or something heavy to hold your weight under. Um, you need something heavy. Like yeah. And then so what this move is a dragon fly, but you're going in and out of the dragon fly. So if you know what a dragon fly is, it's like where you go like that's a dragon fly. that's harder than just doing dragon flags over and over. Going in and out is harder. But if you want harder than that, you just have to do ab rolls. Ab rolls are like the hardest. So I have hands, and you can just go like that. And so your important is there any moves you're confused with? You're clearing your back off the bench solid. Did I explain the chest moves enough? Did you see the one where I'm like, here, I'll show it. I'll show some other stuff too. So it's where like, I have a weight and I lie down and then I try to lift it up. It's like that. Loud and clear so far, Chief. Oh, and then, so for biceps, you work your outer biceps more by going to the side, and you work your inner biceps here, or by going to the side, and you work your outer biceps, or by going like that. So what I do sometimes is I go like this, and then I go like that. And uh for triceps, you can lie down and press straight down. And when you press straight down, you can do the side of your fist or the long end of the tricep, your palm, or this side of your tricep, this long middle part, and then you can go like that for the nugget here. This like nugget of truth. And when you stretch your inner thighs, you go like this. And when you stretch your IT band, your outer thigh, you go like that. And you want to stretch completely before you work out. So if you've never trained this part of your forearms, you gotta like take a whole day to just stretch this out. Even if you want to train, it's better to stretch it out first. You'll feel better. And then when you've stretched it out before, but then you go to work out and you're like, oh, my biceps are tense, then you gotta stretch them out. People who do like this and like this, they're like not stretching enough. You gotta like stretch and hold it. Where do you get your knowledge? I get my knowledge from experimenting with things, watching YouTube videos, doing research, like I Google search stuff. I think about different variations, like the thing I showed earlier, where I showed this, and then I went here. No one does this, but I'm just like, well, if 2 arms lying down is too easy, then get up, but use 1 arm, and that makes it a little bit harder. So that's kind of like experimentation, my own like thoughts. I do watch a lot of fitness YouTubers, even if they don't like have a whole lot in each video, and I have looked up things in Google, and I have used ChatGPT to do research. Like, I've watched most of the fitness YouTubers, and, like, for instance, Jeremy Ether had a video where he was saying he started losing lean muscle mass after 21 days of not training a muscle that has lean muscle mass. So, it takes 21 days to lose the pump, because it's 21 days since the last time. So you get pump from training your lean muscle mass, and that's bulk muscle mass. I grew up on like Hodge Twins and Jeff Seed, kinda dumb. I don't know Hodge Twins, but I have heard of Jeff Seed. But you said you're 5'9", and I was asking my friend who's good at math, if you're like 5 foot and then you take someone who's 6 foot and they're like identical, just one is taller, he was like, just take a cube and do 20%, so 1.2 cubed, and it was like 1.73. So if the 5 foot tall person is 100 pounds, the 6 foot would be 173 pounds, but that's wrong because humans aren't shaped like cubes. So we're shaped like a cylinder, but elongated, right? Because so if I stand up, this is not a perfect cylinder. This is more like stretched out. So take a cylinder and then, yeah, I don't know about cubing that number. Yeah, because 6 foot is 20% taller than 5 foot. So I was like, to this math guy, who's the streamer on Twitch, I asked him, how would I calculate the hypothetical proportionate weight? Because I want to see how much more muscle I could build if hypothetically I were taller. And he said to do a cube. But I think it would be like an elongated cylinder, which I didn't calculate it. I could, but I didn't feel like it. And anyway, it's way more than 20% heavier. 20% taller is like at least 50, 60, 70% heavier. So if you're 5'9", then you're like maybe square root. Do you think it's less than linear? Oh, well, it's just a hypothetical calculation, but you think it's less than linear? Wait, you think? Look at Eddie Hall versus Thor. It's not about stronger, because it's about hypothetical. So you're taking real people and trying to to justify with real people, because all those people are taller than me, and they're way, way stronger than me. Like, a 6 foot tall dude is like 200 pounds. Like, at least 170 something pounds. So, like, I'm 120 something pounds, and I have belly fat, and I have a lot of muscle. For someone my height, a lot of lean muscle mass. But if you're like someone 6 foot tall who's like never trained, you're at least like, and you're skinny, like no fat. I'm a bit on the fat side. Oh, yeah, but it's also not about strength, because 245 pounds, 5'9". Oh, yeah, but it's not about strength, because you could weigh anything and be the strongest in the world. It just depends on how dense your muscle fibers are, how densely packed your muscle fibers are. But I'm swole. A girl at the gym talked to me after my deadlift. Oh, yeah, like, a pound of muscle can lift as much as 73 pounds of weight, or as little as, like, I think it was 2.5 pounds of weight. So, if, like, my bicep only had 1 pound of muscle, I could still lift, like, what I lift now. And I think my bicep does, like, only have 1 pound of muscle, 'cause my arm's pretty light. Um, but, so, so it's not about strength, because it would be if they're taller and they are, if they train the same, like you take two people and they train exactly the same, but one's taller, which Hafthor Bjornsson does not train the same as Eddie Hall. And Eddie Hall has the Hercules gene, so he can build like way more muscle than a normal person. And Hafthor Bjornsson, isn't good at training. Like, his biceps are weak, and he's too tall. So, like, that's not a fair comparison, but also, so, interesting stuff, my friend. Um, so also, when you get shoes, you want them to have this, like, grooves, ridges, and stuff, so that, you want them to have, like, these, like this here, and this jowl, so that, it absorbs impact. If you're just doing sprinting, then you don't want that, because it'll absorb impact, and then it takes time to press off the ground into the next stride. But if you're doing longer distance, then you want some structural support. And for the insoles, I use Power Step Pinnacle insoles. The best insoles are the Move Game Day Pro. I'm about to show my insole, if I can get them out. There was a hot girl here earlier. Do you know her, Yo 410? Okay, here's the insole. So, insoles are thin, But this has a lot of cushion, like, this has a lot of cushion. You don't want the insoles that have, like, rubber on the bottom. I did not know her, sadly she should have stayed. Oh, yeah, you don't want the kind that has, like, this has an F on the bottom, but you don't want, like, rubber and, like, hard plastic, because that's not good material for insoles. And, uh, I've been sitting weird, it's hurting my legs. Now, here's my arm. So, I have about a 14-inch arm when flexed. It's around 14 inches. It used to be 14.5 inches, and it even used to be bigger than that. So you asked how much I can bicep curl. If I take these weights and have a 35-pound one, which is the 19.5-inch dumbbell barbell, but it doesn't, the weight plates don't go out to the edge of the barbell, so there's like room here. But if I do it with 35 pounds and this size, I can curl it for like 4 or 5 reps. And then this is big, so it's more than 35 pounds. It's more like 40 something pounds. So you could say my 1 rep max is like around 50-ish pounds. You could say. But I used to be able to curl 57.5 pounds 1 rep with the iron grip dumbbells at LA Fitness, and that was not in my prime. So 57.5. Well, yeah. So my prime also later, in like 2020, or like earlier later, I was doing full planche, and I reached the point I could hold full planche. So I just told you 50 pounds now. Around 50-ish is my quarter max. My max is 45 for sure, and I'm much heavier. Props to you. Well, it's not props to me because it depends on what you train. You said you were doing deadlifts, and I don't do deadlifts. So whatever you train, whatever your goals are, is what like will be props to you. I train bicep, probably like top 3 is biceps is one of the body parts I train the most. And that's been like most of the time. But I just said I can do like 50 pounds, so I'll show you what I can do for full planche now. But I used to be able to actually hold full planche for like a decent amount of time. So back then, that would be doing this with 70% of my body weight. So bicep curling, I would arm 70% of my body weight. And at the time, I weighed 134 pounds. So that would be like a 90-pound one-arm bicep curl. Like if you've ever seen guys who can hold full planche do bicep curls, they're easily curling like 80 pounds, 90 pounds. But with a barbell stretch curl, it's a long 7-foot barbell, so they can't curl as much. But if you have a stretch curl of like 181 pounds, your one rep max bicep curl is like over 100 pounds. But I'll show you what I can do for appreciate it. Oh, okay. But I can't do full planche now, but I'll show you what it's like when I try to do it. So that's what it looks like. So I'm kind of tucking my elbows in, and I can't stay up, and I can't press off from the ground, but that's what it looks like. So, and that's at a higher body weight relative strength. Like if I could lift this up with a straight arm, like let me try. Yeah, I can. See, if I can lift this up with a straight arm, just like that, I'd definitely be able to hold full planche. Because this is 45 pounds but big. So this but small, one arm, I'd definitely be able to full planche. But at this size, I might be able to dead planche. You know dead planche? Super neat. I read about one arm curl in relation to planche on your Discord. Oh, Discord. So dead planche is where you're like pressing from like here, and then you go up, and then you just like here, but pressing, and then so you're not like up like here, like you're low, so you're like that, you're like that, um, and then I forget what I was gonna teach. I need to teach more stretches. Shouldn't front raise be a better indicator than curls? You mean front raise like this? They're both good indicators. Front raise includes shoulders. That's why I haven't been talking about shoulders. But yeah, front raise would be a better indicator because it's directly talking about the same type of lift. Curl is bent arm. Gotcha. Oh yeah, and also, I guess they feed into each other. Yeah. So, there's a way to train full plants that I like to do. Wait, I gotta take off my shorts so you can see my legs. It's strange. Just trust me. I'll put my shorts back on later. So, you want to... Wait, there's stuff behind me. I have to move. Careful with DOS. Oh, I know. I used to work out in my underwear all the time. But, you go like that, and then like that. So you want to bounce out with your feet as you're doing full planche push-ups. So it's easier than full planche push-ups, but harder than pseudo full planche push-ups. My butt itches. Itch my butt! Now I need to show more stretches, but I gotta blow my nose. Where's the tissues? Careful with DOS. my TOS. You gotta go for a bit? Okay. The highlight will be on my channel. Okay. So, now while he's gone, I'm going to appreciate the training. Okay. I need to refer back to this. Okay, I'll continue the advanced training methods. Shortly! Shortly! Ah! 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 Peace. Peace. So how you should train is do if you're using weights. Actually, I have it in a book. Should I give you the book, Young Fortune? Because it's all written out. I don't remember it off the top of my head. Can I give you the book? It's on my Patreon, but I can give you for free. I think I'll give you the book. You're on my Discord, so I can message you. I can message you. I can send you the book. I'll send you the book, and you'll read it, and we'll become best friends. Who's on my cake? Riding my dick. Oh, I had viewers in cake. Slay. Oh no! I missed Kick Chat. Now they're gone. I don't know how to do a stomach vacuum. Yeah, I don't really know how to flex abs. My abs are good, and I just have fat over them. So I just like go like that, go like that, go like that. Zone Slay. Zone Slay is here.